Hey, I'm Shannon's wife, and I wanted to do a video of one of my testimonies. I don't really feel like starting my own channel, so just kind of borrowing his or sharing his. Um, I have several testimonies. One of them is going to be from 2004 to 2008, when I was in an abusive relationship. I was dating someone. This was years before I met Shannon. I had gone through a divorce, which is a whole other testimony, a whole other video, and I was left. I was cheated on and I was left. But that, like I said, that's for another video. And I clung to the Lord. I was walking with the Lord, and reading my Bible, praying daily. Just worshiping, praying. And I guess after a couple of years, I got restless, and it was kind of one of those, Lord, where's my husband? Where I've done everything you wanted me to do. Where is he? I mean, what is rapture going to happen before I get married? I was just getting very impatient. And looking back, I was in a really good place to just be single and enjoy my children. So because of that, I kind of backslid. And of course, the enemy knows when you're vulnerable. And I met somebody that, from the very first start, red flags everywhere. But I just wanted to be loved so bad, and, to have that companionship. So we started talking and everything. And then, he moved in, and there was some signs there. For me to even be in that relationship, I had to turn my back on God. And I did, obviously I did. And, first it started with name calling, some verbal abuse, and then it escalated to pushing, then as the years progressed, it got worse and worse. And I kind of stayed with, stupidly I stayed with him. I know people are wondering, why would you even stay in a relationship like that? He was really good to both of my children, and I always felt like they needed a dad, and to me that was more important. But the thing is, they saw that, and I've talked about it with them. They don't remember it. I'm so grateful that they don't remember it. It was horrible. And one thing that stuck out to me was when somebody told me, sometimes having no dad is better than having a bad dad. And a man that disrespects your children, disrespects you in front of the children, or even not in front of them, that's not a good father. A good father is going to love the mother no matter what. So, as time went on, I was alienated from family, alienated from friends. Little by little, this was becoming what my life was, But I still hung on to this, until about the beginning of 2008. I was getting tired of it, and becoming indifferent. And then I started praying for God to get me out of the situation. What happened was, in the state of Texas, I couldn't ask him to leave. I couldn't call the police and get him out of there. I didn't have any money to move from the apartment. In the state of Texas, if somebody lives with you, I think, I can't remember what the time period was, 3 weeks or 3 months, they're legally a resident, and you have to begin an eviction process. For me to do that, I would have to go tell the apartment complex that I have somebody with me that's not on the lease, and that was not what my agreement was. So being in this sin that I caused was just one thing after another. Now I couldn't get rid of the guy, so I was stuck there, and I had to start praying for a miracle. Even in my sin, I started beginning to cry out, God, please get me out of this situation. Please get me out of this situation. And it just seemed like one day, he decided to move out. We had a small minor argument, nothing too big. And at that point, it was just like roommates, There was no talking, nothing. I was over it, indifferent. And he moved out. And when he moves out, he can't move back in, So that was my my release. You know, I was broken from the chains. Thank you, Jesus. And the whole time that this is going on, my mom is praying for me. My sister's praying for me. You know, because I wasn't talking to my family. You know, at that point, I had turned my back on my family myself. You know, there wasn't even need for him to alienate. I remember my sister telling me she loved me. She was praying for me. And I was just like, I'm done. I'm done with you. You know, why do you want me to leave him? No, you know, I'm done. And I'm so grateful to the Lord that He heard my prayers. You know, He heard their prayers too. You know, of course, I had some effects from that relationship. It wasn't like, oh, you know, I had some social anxiety. I also couldn't look people in the eye. I remember talking to a few guys here and there as friends, even as friends. I just couldn't look people in the eye. I was covering my face, my hair, you know, my face with my hair, you know, doing this, and it really affected me at the time. What I went through, I had to get out of it, heal, and do a lot of things, but find who I was, you know, stay single for a period of time, and get as close as I could to the Lord. You know, I started volunteering at the church more, reading my word, getting back into worshiping, and stuff was revealed to me. You know, I matured actually, and was able to just, you know, get that spirit off of me. They say, you know, the laws of attraction, these spirits, whatever spirit was on me that was calling out to men that had that same spirit, it was gone, because I was no longer attracted to those kinds of men. I was done. I was over. So I just want to offer encouragement to, if you know somebody that's in an abusive relationship and you're praying for them, don't stop praying for them. And if you are in an abusive relationship, the Lord will get you out of it. Just keep on praying unless you feel like your life is in danger. He never did put me in a hospital or anything but it started escalating. There was more bad times than good. It was getting more and more physical to where I was starting to fear for my safety, you know, where I was like, okay, he's going to break my arm, or, you know, something like that. So with that said, just don't stop praying unless you really do feel like your life is in danger. I'm no expert. I just want to let somebody know there's an immediate, you have to leave then if that's the case. But you know, if you're praying for somebody in that situation, don't stop praying for them. You don't have any idea how important it is. You know, and God is hearing those prayers. The prayer of a righteous man availeth much, or woman. So that's my testimony. I have a couple more videos I might do on how me and Shannon met, or, you know, even the divorce, or just different things that I've been through. But I just really wanted to share that because it just seems like abusive relationships are prevalent. And had I prayed about that relationship, which, you know, I already know God probably would have said that's a no. You know, don't go with him. You know, I started praying about all relationships, or all potential relationships, and I prayed about Shannon, and of course I got, you know, confirmation from the Lord, you know, to open up to him, you know, that this was somebody I could trust. So if you have any questions or comments, or if you need prayer, or, you know, just message us privately, you know, or you can comment. But I just wanted to give somebody out there hope. Thanks.